scored in a pre-season friendly. He scores in the Premier League, the first of many for Erling Haaland. Get used to that celebration. It's 1-0 to Manchester City against West Ham United as Erling Haaland wins the penalty and converts it. This is Kevin De Bruyne, gorgeous through ball for Haaland, he's through on goal, Haaland finishes! 2-0 to City. A wonderful combination through the middle. Erling Haaland with a cool finish off a pass from the assist provider extraordinaire, Kevin De Bruyne. 2 seasons ago. Ball has come through here for Ilkay Gundogan. It's 1-0 for Manchester City. And it's Ilkay Gundogan with the first goal scored at the Etihad this season. It's Walker's initial pass. Gundogan plays the 1-2 with Haaland, who shows there's more to his game than just goals. The first assist for him in a City shirt. Played short and it's played quick. Bernardo Silva keeps the move going. Into the box, headed down. Turned into the net by Haaland. Game back on as Erling Haaland scores from close range. Alvarez knocks that down for Foden. Foden towards the back post. It's Haaland who scores. 2-2. To the delight of the Etihad, Erling Haaland nods the ball in at the back post. Silva again pulls that back. Gorgeous team goal from Manchester City. They have turned things around, and putting the finishing touch on the move is Erling Haaland with his second goal of the afternoon. Upfield again, Gundogan to Haaland. Haaland receives strongly, stabs the ball in. It's a hat-trick for Haaland. 4-2 to City. As Haaland is set up by Ilkay Gundogan. And in towards Haaland! And into the net. As easy as that for Erling Haaland. Given away by Henderson, back to Bernardo Silva, Alvarez, Gundogan, Haaland, opportunity for Foden, Haaland will tap it in. 2-0 to City. Nova headed to the back post, Stones puts it in, and Haaland puts it across the line. It's his hat-trick. In just 37 minutes, back-to-back hat-tricks for Erling Haaland. This time around, set up by Stones. In by KDB to the back post, it's found by Erling Haaland. Who else? Kevin De Bruyne with the assist, Haaland with the goal. It's 1-0 for Manchester City. Down the line, it's come to Haaland. His first touch of the match, and Haaland goes for goal. Haaland scores! 2-0 to City. One of his first touches of the match. He makes his way towards goal and finds the strike past Jose Sa. He walks off of his own accord. Corner swerved in here. Header Headed by Haaland, cleared off the line, but it may have gone in. The goal is given. Haaland has scored in a Manchester derby for the first time. It's 2-0 to Manchester City. It had to be Haaland, the man for the big occasion. Grealish has space in which to work. De Bruyne bearing down on goal, flicks that over. Is Haaland at the back post? Is Haaland second? Twice in 4 minutes. Erling Haaland scores in the derby. Lethal in the attack, lethal on the counter, and keeping up that goal average. Erling Haaland, a man in form. Here's De Bruyne. Haaland waits to make his run. Gets the ball from De Bruyne, who's knocked over. It's put across here for Foden. He scores his second. 4-0 to City. Haaland turns provider. And Phil Foden scores his second goal of the Manchester derby. Again, it's a run from Gomez. He acts as a decoy. Now gets the ball first time. Low cross from him. Hat-trick for Haaland in the Manchester derby. Put across the line by the goal scorer extraordinaire. A hat-trick for Erling Haaland. Haaland turns to face goal, plays to Foden. Foden gets his hat-trick. A double hat-trick in the Manchester derby. First Haaland, then Foden. And it's the Norwegian who sets up Stockport's finest. Plays to Cancelo. Just the two players in the box, now 3, now 4. Played back to Haaland, goal! Erling Haaland's goal-scoring run continues as he is set up by João Cancelo with the cutback. 4-0 to Manchester City. Over the top to Haaland. Haaland gets round the goalkeeper. Haaland will finish off. 1-0 to Manchester City. The Brighton defence was in disarray, and Haaland is the opportunist. Strong, alert and prolific. He scores again for Manchester City. Erling Haaland blasts that one past the goalkeeper. Absolutely no chance for Robert Sanchez, and Manchester City make it 2-0. Has the opportunity to win this for Manchester City. Haaland steps up, drives that. The goalkeeper gets a touch, but Erling Haaland has scored the winner for City. And that one will count. Taken away by Grealish. Grealish is through on goal. He's got Haaland with him. He lays it off to Haaland to finish off, and it's a late Christmas gift from Jack Grealish to Erling Haaland. He could have taken it himself. He was maybe in need of a goal, but Jack Grealish is selfless on the break from a chance he carved out all on his lonesome. KDB. Maybe first substitutions on the way shortly. Here's De Bruyne with the nutmeg. Haaland sets up Grealish. Grealish returns the favour, and the combination works once more. Erling Haaland with his second goal of the game. Jack Grealish once again with the assist. De Bruyne to Grealish. to Mahrez could cut inside here, cuts back outside, delivers that to Haaland. He's got another goal in the Premier League. Erling Haaland scores on 23 minutes. Manchester City take the lead. Lifted over here into the box. There's the header. There's Haaland. 2-2. Erling Haaland scores. A majestic comeback from Manchester City. Mahrez. KDB over to the back post. Haaland scores. Kevin De Bruyne to Erling Haaland. A classic combination already for Manchester City. And it's provided the opening just ahead of half-time. A lifted ball from the Belgian, headed in by the Manchester City striker. Haaland slides that home. It's 2-0 to Manchester City, and Erling Haaland gets another goal for his tally. That is one of the calmest penalties you will ever see. Well, City won the ball back here. It's played to Haaland. Haaland hat-trick. 3-0 to Manchester City. Another Premier League hat-trick for Erling Haaland. KDB to put it into the path of Haaland. Haaland will win out the foot race. He's the only player forward. Now the cavalry has arrived. Erling Haaland will get this across. It's finished off at the back post by Ilkay Gundogan. That one will stand. Manchester City make it 2-0 against Aston Villa. KDB brings that across. It's come to Haaland. 3-1. The KDB-Haaland connection strikes again. And it's a Manchester City goal that Haaland celebrates in front of the travelling supporters. Gundogan plays towards the back post. Foden's looking for it. It's there for Haaland, and it's in from Haaland. Erling Haaland gives credit where credit's due. Manchester City have doubled their advantage just before the half hour. It's another goal for Erling Haaland. Here's Grealish. To the edge of the box. Haaland to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva scores just after coming on. Assisted by Erling Haaland. The team move from Manchester City and the substitution both pay off. Haaland against Guaita. Haaland scores 1-0 to Manchester City with little time for Crystal Palace to respond.
City still in the final third here. Little bit of space out wide for De Bruyne. De Bruyne now with a bending cross. Haaland! 1-0 City! De Bruyne gets his 100th Premier League assist. Of course he does. And Erling Haaland gets the goal. As Grealish comes forward in the left wing position, taking on Bednarek into the penalty area he goes, clips it on, Haaland! That is a stunning finish from Erling Haaland. And City have the 3 points, and Erling Haaland is 2/3 of the way to his first away hat-trick as a Manchester City player. And Jack Grealish has got himself another Premier League assist.
Which he blasts low into the bottom right corner. It's 2-0 to Manchester City. It's played through to Haaland. Haaland could finish off here for his second. And it is 2 for Haaland, 3 for City. The Blues running rampant, and they give Leicester a taste of their own medicine.
lays it off to De Bruyne, and De Bruyne is advancing, and De Bruyne keeps on going and hits it into the back of the net. What a sensational goal! Kevin De Bruyne off the layoff from Haaland. He raced 40 metres and slid his shot almost like a pass into the corner of the net. City 1, Arsenal 0. What a start! Haaland towards De Bruyne. De Bruyne now in the penalty area, and that is the end of the night for Arsenal. Haaland with the assist, De Bruyne with the side foot. The Blues are in cruise control.
It's a reversal of roles this evening. Erling Haaland is just putting them on a plate for Kevin De Bruyne.
But the work has been done by the Blues. Now Foden on the edge of the area, onto Haaland, 4-1. What was I saying? That it was a night when Haaland's going to get 2 assists but no goal. I must have been out of my mind.
To take that elastic band out maybe a bit earlier. It's a terrific touch from Phil Foden, and just feels it around the corner, and Haaland.
And will look to do likewise in the early stages of this game at Craven Cottage. Haaland against Leno once again. Same result. Haaland scores. 1-0 to Manchester City. And it's a sensational start for Pep Guardiola's men. Erling Haaland tucks the ball inside the post.
Grealish onto Haaland. Haaland's through on goal. 2-0 City. Had to be. Haaland doesn't miss those. And now he becomes the first player in Premier League history to hit 35 goals in a season. And the Blues lead by 2-0. And you have to say, Andy Morrison, it's Haaland's first real chance. He's swallowed it up.
Yeah, terrific movement. This is brilliant here from Jack. Drives on the inside, clearly onside. And then what a great finish, composed finish, brilliant. Very, very difficult for West Ham now to take anything from this.
City are now looking for a second themselves, and Haaland will score it! Across from the left-hand side, Haaland got away from his marker and headed it, and Pickford's weight was going the wrong way. He couldn't keep it out, and in the space of about 2.5 minutes, City are now 2-0 up. It's that balancing act, isn't it, between wanting to maintain your momentum and obviously not lose. I'm going to pause because Haaland's through on goal. He's got Steele in front of him. He gets round Steele. He lays it off to Foden, and Foden puts City in front. There was a through ball to Haaland down the channel. Haaland just seemed to sort of think, well, I can't go with this on my own. So he laid it across to Foden. Foden hit it. Van Heck got a touch on it, and it ended in the back of the Brighton goal. And City lead by 1-0. Well, it's a corner that's drilled in low. Phil Foden's kept it alive. He keeps it towards Bernardo Silva. De Bruyne puts in a second cross. It's deep. Rodri pulls away, and City do score. Haaland's first touch of the new Premier League season finds its way into the back of the Burnley net.
Are you really surprised? Well, it's only this man who can do it again, but it comes down to training ground, understanding, set pieces. Rodri keeps it alive off that deep cross, and that's where he comes alive, Erling Haaland.
City appear to have got control of this match again after a 3 or 4 minute spell in which Burnley had a few good moments. Now, down the right-hand side, Walker, crossing position, on it goes to Alvarez, near the penalty spot. Haaland hits the back of the net! Can you believe it? Of course you can believe it! It's Erling Haaland again!
But this is an incredible finish, leaning back, away from goal. It looks sensational, it is sensational. What a goal again, we can't say any more about this guy.
Kovacic now, Kovacic wide to Grealish. Grealish up against Baldock. Baldock on that yellow card, can't dive in. Grealish trying to tempt him in. He's in the penalty area, Grealish. Little dink over the top. Haaland, 1-0. Had to come. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And Erling Haaland buries the header in the back of the goal. It was magnificent from Jack Grealish. Classic wing play, and Haaland buries it. Kovacic now into the gap for Haaland. Haaland in a shooting position. Alvarez, 1-0. Ball into the channel for Haaland. Haaland slid it into Alvarez, and Alvarez, who scored home and away against Fulham last season, has done so again. And it's City 1, an assist from Haaland, a goal from Alvarez, Fulham 0. The ball's with Rodri. Rodri into the gap for Alvarez, on towards Haaland. Haaland's through and scores. And City lead by 3-1. And just for a moment, Fulham's concentration wavered. Alvarez into Haaland, and Haaland just glided it past the advancing Leno, and City do have a third. And Alvarez and Haaland, who combined earlier, it's a return of the favour. Now Haaland scores. No problem at all. Leno went the wrong way. Haaland dispatched it into the opposite corner. Haaland's on another City hat-trick, and the Blues lead 4-1, Andy Morrison.
Terrific penalty. The power and the mind strength. What a terrific penalty.
Bernardo Silva out wide to Sergio Gomez. Gomez on towards Lewis. Lewis followed by Diop. Goes to Sergio Gomez. Can he cross it? Well, he decides not to. Comes inside Sergio Gomez. On it goes to Haaland! The perfect end to the day. It's an Erling Haaland hat-trick. It's his first of the season. It's his 7th for City.
Gomez does brilliant. You know, but if you can watch the movement of Haaland, it's as good as you're ever going to see, and it's what a finish.
Alvarez goes out wide to Bernardo Silva. City have 4 against 3. Can they find the right pass? Haaland, will he score? You bet he will. At last. I said earlier, I don't think Haaland's going to score today. Actually, deep down, I don't think he thought he was going to score today. But the greatest strikers in world football, they forget the misses. They forget the fact that things haven't gone their way. And eventually, their perseverance gets rewarded. Foden, Matheus Nunes, this is terrific. Haaland, what a goal! What a goal! If the first goal was superb, the second might just have edged it. You will not see a team as good as this anywhere in world football right now. I promise you, both these goals today tell you everything about the quality that is Manchester City. Now here's Haaland, first chance for him, on the edge of the area, and scores! Brilliant from Erling Haaland. He's barely touched the ball. He gets it on the edge of the D. Brighton lost possession of the ball in a dangerous part of the pitch, and about 3 seconds later, Erling Haaland wraps it into the corner. 2-0. A chance for City from the penalty spot. Haaland scores, and City are in front in the 191st Manchester derby. And Erling Haaland, who scored a hat-trick, of course, against United last season, is 1/3 the way to another one here.
He sent Onana completely the wrong way. Great, dragged it across his body, found the bottom corner, and never in doubt.
Grealish now with Fernandes in front of him. Can Grealish get beyond Bruno Fernandes? Outside it goes to Bernardo Silva, clipped in. Haaland, 2-0 City. That is a magnificent goal. Absolutely devastating from the Blues. Clipped out to the left to Bernardo Silva, floated ball to the back post.
Once that run and the time and that reverse ball from Jack's brilliant, then they're all sorts of trouble. Rodri makes the middle of the goal, pulls in, I think it pulled in Johnny Evans, and then Haaland spare at the back. Rodri arriving in there is what drags in. Oh, it's brilliant. It's so good from City. There's so many little bits in there. Fantastic. What a move from City that is.
Ball goes backwards. They must have held the ball for 3 or 4 minutes here. Rodri now comes towards the edge of the area, tries the shot. Rodri, good save by Onana. Haaland on the rebound. Foden, he does end in a goal. I've lost count of the passes, but it must be treble figures. And City lead 3-0.
Brilliant from Rodri, just steps past again. He steps into the space, opens up. They're trying to stop little 1-2s. Shots off. Keeper should have pushed it wide for a corner. And then brilliant from Haaland. It's just phenomenal from City, it really is.
He's taken that very short run-up that is a trademark of his. He steps up and sends Sanchez the wrong way, and City lead at Stamford Bridge through an Erling Haaland penalty. And it is Chelsea 0, City 1. And Foden now into the final third goes City. Alvarez on his outside. Here is Alvarez. Haaland, 3-2. Bundled over the line, but that is a terrific move from City.
The timing of the pass is brilliant from Foden. This ball just here is brilliant. And then once it goes in there, you're just going to bundle it in. And it's brilliant. What a goal from City.
Foden steps in, Kovacic, Haaland, Kovacic, little shot blocked, on it goes, Rodri strikes it, deflection into the back of the net.
Brilliant. Who else is going to arrive? Who else is anticipating the play as it's building, that something might drop? Forget the deflection. It's the momentum of Rodri. It's then this shot, the quality to get the pace on the ball, and then, all right, a bit fortuitous, but take nothing away from Rodri.
Ake now tries to go outside. Lovely dribble from Ake. On he goes to Haaland. 1-0. City score. Haaland's first chance of the game. Ake with the set. Haaland with the finish. City 1, Liverpool 0. Not only is it a big goal, it's also Erling Haaland's 50th. His 50th Premier League goal for City. And he's beaten all the records previously for any player getting to 50 Premier League goals. In fact, he smashed the previous record, and it's only in his 48th Premier League game. Basuma loses it to Rodri. Rodri's on his feet. On it goes to Haaland. Haaland, Grealish! City 3, Spurs 2. That might just do it.
Well, that's what he needed, Jack Grealish. Great position, great determination from Rodri in the build-up, really good runs, and as the ball comes across, his eyes light up. It's a simple one for Grealish as he just strokes it into the far corner. It's a big goal for City.
Brentford still fighting, ball with Haaland, on to Foden, Foden with a chance! Hat-trick, Phil Foden! You talk about the ability Haaland has to score goals. Don't underestimate the number of assists that he weighs in with as well. And he's just teed up Phil Foden, and Phil Foden has now taken his tally to an astonishing 5 goals against Brentford. Alvarez hits the outswinger, Diaz pulls away, it's blocked. City might get it with Haaland, 1-0. Can you believe it? He's not had a single chance today, and Haaland, who hasn't scored since the end of November, scores with his first attempt on target in the match.
Welcome back, big man. What's a finish? It's like he's absolutely smashed it with his right foot. That's why he is different from everybody else. He scores goals that he has no right to score.
Ake now on to De Bruyne. De Bruyne strides forward onto Haaland. Haaland now up against Branthwaite. Takes on Branthwaite. Gets the better of Branthwaite. 2-0. Erling Haaland. Well.
That's what they can do. Ali, he's got 2 options. He's got Doku, and I thought he was going to go Doku, but then he plays a beautiful time ball into the path of Haaland. But he's just too strong. Brushes him off. And then have you got the composure Erling to finish? Of course you do.
Now they've got to the final third. Here's Mope. Mope in towards Tony, away by Diaz. Foden. And now Rodri. And now Alvarez. And Alvarez to Haaland. And Haaland's onto it. And Haaland's through. What a chance. Erling Haaland. 1-0 City. A slip from Brentford. And Haaland punishes them. He now has a full collection. He scored against every single team he has ever met in the Premier League. And he's broken Brentford hearts tonight. City 1, Brentford 0. Oh, Rodri wins it back. Haaland! 3-1! Game over! United are beaten! Liverpool are next! I have to say, if there was ever a match that deserved a victory for the team who have just won it, it's this one. The United away end is emptying and the Poznan's breaking out. Just bossing the game, City, but they really need a third goal to finally silence Crystal Palace. Grealish wide on the left wing, trying to come in field. Plays it in towards De Bruyne. Is he offside? Referee says no. Haaland puts it in. City offside, is it? Well, there's celebrations. Palace think there must be an offside. It is 3-1 at the moment, and barring a VAR inclusion, De Bruyne's not sure. He just shrugged his shoulders, but at the moment it's 3-1. And the ball prodded in by De Bruyne, turned in by Haaland, and I think it is going to be 3-1 after all. De Bruyne wasn't sure, but I can tell him he is onside, and City do lead by 3-1. And he's looking to put City 3-0 up with quarter of an hour to go. Erling Haaland sends Kaminski the wrong way, and in the 76th minute, the points are surely in the bag now for the Blues. City 3, Luton Town 0. City doing well to keep hold of the ball, and believe you me, when you're out of possession, your energy drains. Now Haaland getting into a position to shoot. Haaland! 2-0! Boy, did we need it! And Erling Haaland's provided it. They've ridden out the storm and they've grabbed a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic goal. Took it really, really well. KDB found a little bit of space. Played in Haaland, who's 1v1 then with Murillo. Sells comes out and he took the chance really early and rolls it into the far corner.
And so Haaland has the opportunity to give City the early lead as we click towards the end of 12 minutes. And Haaland scores very, very comfortably. And City have the lead inside 12 minutes. City have got it with De Bruyne. De Bruyne advances, plays it through to Rodri in the penalty area. And Haaland at the far, 2-0. Rodri assist, Haaland header, City 2, Wolves 0.
De Bruyne back to Rodri and then chooses just to clip it right to the back post. Haaland rises so tall. The goalkeeper into the far corner. They're the ones he waits for. The execution is wonderful.
Haaland scores. Wasn't that hard? This time Jose Sarr did go the right way, and Haaland tucks it into the back of the net. Now Foden clips the ball over the top looking for Haaland. Haaland's onto it. Haaland into the penalty area. Haaland hits the shot. Oh, I say, Erling Haaland, you are one hell of a player. The ball came over his shoulder. He had to trap it. He did beautifully. And then he made a bit of space. He got beyond Kilman. He wrapped his left foot around the ball and thumped it into the far corner of the goal. Bernardo Silva will keep it alive on the edge of the penalty area. On it goes to De Bruyne. Across the face of the goal. Erling Haaland. 1-0 City. 1-0 to the Blues. Must-win night. Who do they turn to? The big man. Spurs 0. City 1. De Bruyne assist. Haaland goal. They do it time and time again. And they've done it when we needed it most. Wherever you are, wherever you're listening, wherever you're watching, hold your breath. Erling Haaland scores! Spurs 0, City 2! Erling Haaland makes it 2! City have their hands on the title again! Haaland, Lewis, all involved in front of him, goes through towards Haaland. First chance for Haaland, and he's taken it. Of course he's taken it. It was his first genuine sight of goal. And, well, just typical of the man. He is so ruthless. And he's on target again to give City the lead. Erling Haaland has this record of having scored against every single Premier League opponent he's faced. Well, he'll want to extend that record today by scoring against Ipswich. Haaland now steps up and scores easily. And City were behind for only a matter of moments.
Yeah, normal service resumed at the Etihad now, and I think once the referee had given a penalty, there was almost no doubt that Haaland was going to dispatch it. It's what we'd expect from City to come straight back after going one behind.
And now they're coming forward again, and Haaland's through the middle, and he's got beyond Muric. 2-1, 3-1. 2-1 1 minute, 3-1 the next. Erling Haaland's on another hat-trick, and Ipswich Town are absolutely in a spin. A wonderful, wonderful ball over the top. Haaland on the end, over the top of the advancing goalkeeper, and City suddenly have a 2-goal advantage.
Hey, it's welcome to the Premier League, Ipswich, isn't it? You know, the fans were the tractor boys, they were euphoric. Sort of 6 or 7 minutes ago, been 1-0 in front, and it soon turned around, and now they're 2 goals behind them.
And now Lewis, and now Gundogan again. Gundogan creeps forward, plays it across to De Bruyne, wide on the right side. Back it goes to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva into Gundogan, back to Bernardo Silva again. And wider to De Bruyne. De Bruyne into Lewis, can't get to it. Lewis then wins the second ball. Ipswich lose it. Haaland's got it, hits the shot into the net. Erling Haaland hat-trick. Well, it was probably a really awkward position from which to shoot. He must have been about 22 metres from goal, and he slid it off the inside of his instep. They've lost the ball, and Haaland's in the penalty area, and he scored! West Ham building from the back, lose the ball. Bernardo Silva latches onto it, slips a through ball into the path of Haaland. Erling Haaland, once again at the London Stadium, gives the Blues the lead. Keeps on going, Grealish, and keeps on going, and now finds Bernardo Silva and Kovacic and Lewis and Haaland. Haaland shot, 2-1 City. Erling Haaland rifles it into the roof of the net, and boy, I tell you what, they have really deserved that. They have been all over West Ham, and they now lead, and Erling Haaland is 2/3 the way to yet another City hat-trick. And now Nunes across the halfway line onto Haaland. Haaland's through on goal. Can he sink West Ham? Did I need to ask the question? Did I need to even hesitate? When you've got the striking Viking, you've got a guarantee of goals, and it is 3-1 at last. Walker on the edge, plays it to De Bruyne. De Bruyne on towards Haaland. Haaland scores! Erling Haaland with the right foot. It took a deflection on the way through and fizzed into the back of the net. And just in the blink of an eye, City's first attempt on target goes into the back of the net. And Erling Haaland, just his 8th Premier League goal of the season. Well, City are going long, and Haaland's through on goal. Haaland, 2-1. Ederson with the assist, and Haaland did the rest. He muscled Pinnock out of the way and dinked it over the top of the advancing Flecken. It is the epitome of Route 1 football, and City lead by 2-1. Well, Savinho's now got away from Calafiori. He plays it in. Haaland 1-on-1. Scores! City 1, Arsenal 0. Erling Haaland again. Absolutely majestic from the Blues. Erling Haaland in double figures already. It's his 10th of the season. And with that goal, he clocks up 100 for City. It is a stunning, stunning way to do it. Gvardiol further wide to Bernardo Silva, into the gap for Matheus Nunes. Cross comes in, Haaland's at it and scores! First chance of the game, and you know who? Well, whenever he gets a chance, he puts it on target, and invariably he goes into the back of an opponent's net. and City lead 1-0. Erling Haaland, 14th of the season, his 11th in the Premier League. He keeps up his record of having scored every time that he's met Southampton. Kovacic wins it back and drives in, and on it goes to Haaland, through on goal. Haaland! In, 1-0. It was stopped by Verbruggen. It popped up into the air, but then Haaland followed it up and forced it over the line. Brilliant, brilliant play from Mateo Kovacic. An absolutely sensational piece of midfield play. He drove down the middle. Brighton were coming forward, but Kovacic, well, he's been outstanding today, and he's guided a pass right down the middle. Haaland's onto it, and he gets there just in front of Van Hecke and forces it over the line. It is little more than City have deserved. It's Brighton 0, it's City 1, it's Erling Haaland again. Michael Brown, Mateo Kovacic, you cannot praise him enough. Haaland right into the path of Doku. Doku now can really attack Forest here. Keeps on going, Doku. Inside, hits the shot. 3-0 City. Jeremy Doku. City 3, Nottingham Forest 0. Jeremy Doku has given the Blues even more breathing space. And the Blues have the kind of cushion that we craved. And it's 3-0. Vardiol goes out wide to Matheus Nunes in the left wing position. Up against a couple of Palace players, plays it in towards Haaland. Haaland heads it in! City 1, Palace 1. It was a lovely ball in, whipped in with a lovely, nice angle to it. And Haaland just rose higher than Henderson, and City are level, 1-1. McAtee. Oh, that was beautifully done. Lovely exchange of feet. And on it goes to De Bruyne. And De Bruyne's got options, and one of them, Savinho. Savinho up towards Haaland, 2-0. Brilliant from McAtee in the build-up. And then he just opened up the space. It was helped out wide. Savinho scooped in across, and Erling Haaland cushioned the header into the corner of the net. And City lead by 2-0. And he won't get an assist, but brilliant from James McAtee. Savinho up against Soufal. Comes in off the inside, goes around Soufal. Savinho whips it in towards Haaland, 2-0. Absolutely brilliant from Savinho. Savinho's looked the threat all afternoon, and he's got beyond Soufal. He's whipped in a beautiful cross to the far post, and Haaland's pulled away, and in a very similar way to the one in which he scored against Leicester last weekend, he's tucked in another Savinho cross, and City lead 2-0.
Oh, it's magnificent, Ali. It really, really is. Every part of it. Savinho, 2 moments of brilliance. Fantastic. Well done, young man.
Savinho driving forward. On it goes to Haaland. Haaland through the gap. 3-0. Brilliant from Savinho. Exceptional from Haaland. And that is the same combination that scored the second goal at Leicester and has scored 2 goals today. Savinho to Haaland, City lead 3-0, and maybe, just maybe, they are on their way to victory, Andy.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant.
Helps it over to the far side and plays it straight to Doku, and Doku's through here. Can he find the pass? Haaland, 5-0. Doku to Haaland, Haaland taps it in, huge smile on his face. It's Ipswich 0, it's City 5, and Haaland's got himself on the score sheet. It was a horrible error from Clark, and within 2 passes it was in the back of the Ipswich goal. Hits it long again up to Haaland. Chalobah's behind him. Out comes the goalkeeper Sanchez. Haaland can chip him. Haaland can chip him. Haaland has chipped him. Sanchez in no man's land. Haaland bends it into the net. Ederson with the assist. Well, that's why Ederson is such an important part of City's game, because he has it within him to play that long ball. and City, having trailed, now lead by 2-1. De Bruyne flicks it on up towards Haaland. Haaland plays it into the gap. Foden onside through the middle. Foden scores. Game over. Phil Foden. He's in magnificent form. He's scoring goals after a period in which he hadn't. It's now 5 in 6 in the Premier League for Phil Foden, and City are 3-1 up. Nunes up against Lewis Skelly, plays it backwards into Foden. Foden, good ball, Savinho, little dink, Haaland's header, 1-1, brilliant from Savinho. Haaland pulls away, goes over to the City fans who are just in that corner, and it's 1-1 at the Emirates Stadium. Wonderful from Savinho, brilliant from Haaland. The Blues back in business. Hits in towards the near, helped on by Haaland, 4-0. Turned in over the line by McAtee. It was a flick on the near post, and McAtee just helped it over the line. And City now have their 4th goal, and McAtee has his 6th of the season. And he plays it in low, and Haaland puts it in. Doku with the assist, Haaland with the side foot into the net, and City take the lead. They've started this game really well, Doku in particular picking up where he left off, and City have scored here once again at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So Haaland, the ground falls silent apart from the sound of Simon Hooper's whistle. Short run up from Erling Haaland. Haaland steps up, puts the goalkeeper the wrong way, puts it in the other side, and City lead by 1-0. And Erling Haaland's a record breaker. 100 goal involvements for City in just 94 appearances, 84 goals, 16 assists. He is a superstar.